Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today's video is an empties video, so it's just basically products that I've used up completely, and I'll just be going through things I like about them, maybe things I didn't like, and will I repurchase at the end of the day. So I personally really like these videos because influencers today, they get sent so many products from different brands, they try and use different products and things in their videos, so it is really interesting to me when somebody does finish a product and then they can give you their final thoughts on it, because there are a lot of videos where they do first impressions, but I mean, do you still like that product after? When you keep using it, will you keep using it? So I find these videos really interesting, so I wanted to film one today. So I have got a little mix of different things. I've got skincare, I've got makeup, and then I've got some bath bits. So yeah, let's get into the video. I did just want to say a big fat thank you to everybody that has been watching me and been commenting and saying such lovely things to me. It does mean so much, so a big thank you to everybody that's done that. And yeah, so what am I going to start with? I might just start with skincare because it's my biggest little pile there. So the first one will be a little set from Wishful. So I did mention this in my what I got for Christmas video, that I had these bits because Jake got me another little mini set for Christmas as well that I wanted to try out. So I think I actually threw away the mini size of this, but I did have the full size that was empty as well. And yes, I've cut it to just get every little last bit out of it. So this is the Wishful, I think it was the Glow Up or something like that set. So it comes with the Yo Glow enzyme scrub. It comes with the Get Even rose oil and the honey balm moisturiser as well. So I'll start with this one here. So I love this product. It's such a nice gentle exfoliator. It doesn't feel really harsh on your face. I mean, when you wash it off, you don't feel like it's still there as well. So I love it, and I will be repurchasing when I run out of the mini that I got for Christmas as well, because this was gentle enough for me to use in the mornings when I'd come in from a night shift, when I worked in care, and I just felt like this really cleaned my face. It got everything off, and yeah, it was just gentle enough to use every day. I mean, I know that in Huda's video she uses it before she does her makeup, but I love it, and I will be repurchasing this one. So the next one in the set is the little Get Even rose oil. So it does have a little dropper, which is really cute. I did like this oil. I mean, it smells like the essential oils that you get from like candles and things. I think there are 13 different oils in this, I believe, from the website. I thought it was really nice, but I wouldn't use this oil before I put on my makeup because it is a very oily oil. Like, you know, you can get a nice, I don't know, dry oil, like the Kiehl's one. Like this one here that I use day to day, I actually use this before I put on my makeup because I find that it's not a very oily oil, and it sits quite nicely underneath makeup, but I wouldn't put this one underneath makeup. So with these oils, I mean, I know a lot of people on Instagram and things, they sort of drop it down their face like this. I think that that's too much oil on your face, so I just kind of drop it into my hands, rub it and pat it in. I do that with my serums as well. I don't tend to rub it, I just sort of pat it on the skin. So this one I was using more at night. I did really like it, but I do like my Kiehl's one more, because I have the Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate that I use in the day, and then I have their Midnight Recovery that I use at night. So I'm kind of set on my oils at the moment. We'll just have to see if I do repurchase this one, possibly in the future. So the last product in the set was the little Honey Balm Moisturiser. And this was quite a nice size for the set. And it was quite a nice moisturiser, but I I wouldn't repurchase this one in the full size. I just don't think it did enough for me. My skin is combination, and certain days I can be more oily and other days I can be more dry, and I don't think it helped with the balance of my skin. When my skin was really dry, I don't think that this was moisturising enough for me, so I wouldn't repurchase this one. So next I have a little bit of Estee Lauder in here. So I've got the Advanced Night Repair Eye Cream. So this is a little mini one. It came in the set with the Night Repair. Estee Lauder do nice little gift things like that. So the full price product you can get at the same price with like little minis in, which is quite nice. So I got one of those for Christmas, and I've just been using it up. I like it. It's a nice eye cream, but I do have my favourite eye cream that I'll be talking about in a minute. So it does the job, but I probably wouldn't buy this one as a full size. I mean, this one is available in quite a lot of their sets anyway, and I would still use it if I got it in an Estee Lauder set. But I wouldn't go out and purchase it full size, just because I don't think it does much for me overnight. Like, as I said, I can be quite oily, I can be quite dry, and especially when I'm putting on like a full coverage concealer, if I'm doing sort of a full face like this, I don't want my under eyes to look dry because I use a brightening powder, so I wasn't 100% with this one, so I probably wouldn't repurchase the full size. So since I did just show this one, I'll use this one again. So this is the Advanced Night Repair Serum. I really like this. I've got another one full size in my skincare box, and then I had another one for Christmas in my Blockbuster, as well as a couple of little minis in the skincare sets as well. So I'm pretty much set on this, and I am currently using a different serum that's still Estee Lauder. I think I showed it in my what I got for Christmas video, the little Perfectionist Pro. I do really like that serum as well, but I don't know, that they are completely different. Like, this one's a bit more runny, I guess, and the other one's a bit more of a gel-like consistency. And I would repurchase this. I really like it. I like what it does for my skin. I mean, I've used it for the past 4 years now, and I love it. I really do love it. I think that it hydrates and restores my skin overnight. So in the morning, I do feel nice and hydrated. I feel my skin's nice and soft, and it doesn't feel dried out or dehydrated. And if I am still feeling really dry in the mornings, then I can pop a little bit of this, just sort of drop it, rub it, and then pat it on, just for some added hydration in the day as well. So I do really like this serum, and I would recommend it. So keeping in with Estee Lauder, I do have some lip balms. So I've got this one here, which is Pure Colour Envy, just Colour Replenish Lip Balm. So it's just like a twist up one that you'd sort of put on like that. I like the Estee Lauder lip balms, they're really nice. I think this was in a set with this one, so this is the lip volumizer, which sort of comes like that. I really like them. I think that there's like a slight minty touch to them as well, because they tingle a little bit on the lips, especially this one. I mean, I would repurchase these because I have a lip balm obsession, and I really like what they did for my lips. I mean, when I was working in care overnight, I would constantly have a lip balm in my pocket to reapply, because I would just get so hot and so flustered, and I don't know, I just feel like I wasn't drinking enough because I was just constantly like putting people to bed, and people were getting up in the night, and I just wasn't sitting down. And I just, this helped with the condition of my lips. So I probably would repurchase, because I think at Christmas time these guys come in a little set for less money than they are individually. So I would repurchase these ones again. I did really like them. So we'll move on to Clinique now. And this is actually another lip balm as well. So this is the Moisture Surge Lip Balm. So this one has a little squeezy top, so you sort of squeeze it on like that. They usually come in the little gift, so this is the sample size, so they can come with in the little gift bags, or I think that sometimes Clinique do that if you buy 2 products you get to pick 4 or 5 little samples, which is quite nice. For Clinique I always used to pick this one whenever I went to pick up more of my Clinique bits. So I do really like this lip balm. This is the one that I am currently using at night now. Obviously not this one, this one's empty, but I've got another one on the go. And I would 100% repurchase this. I just love it. I've given some out to friends and family because I just have so many of these little ones as well. And I would recommend it. I just think that, I mean, I can suffer with quite dry lips and it just works. It's so hydrating, it conditions my lips and it doesn't just go away, I can feel that it's there, so it's great to put on for overnight as well. So keeping in with Clinique, I've got another little skincare bit here. This is the anti-blemish solutions. It's like a little blemish gel. I quite like this. So when I've got quite a stubborn lumpy spot, that's when I'd crack out this guy and I just pop a bit over top with my skincare at night, and I'd wake up in the morning and I'd find that it was reduced, it had shrunk a little bit. So I would repurchase this just because I can get quite stubborn spots from when I wear my mask at work. It can sort of rub and then that just turns into a bit of a lumpy, quite painful spot, and this sort of helps with that. So I do really like this. I don't find that it dries out the spot, but I find that it sort of reduces the size of it. So I quite like that it's not drying out my skin as I'm using it. It's not like a really harsh product for that. It just helps reduce the blemish size, so I would recommend that to anybody who does suffer with quite, I mean, they can be quite painful, can't they, when they're just sat underneath the skin, but I think this guy really helps with it. Got a few more skincare bits. So this one is an SPF. So I was first introduced to this by Genevieve using it on her YouTube channel. She was raving about this, and this is the La Roche-Posay, so you can get this in Boots. It's not that expensive. So it's like a shaker, and it's quite a thin consistency. And oh, this one is 50 plus, so it's got a lot of protection in it. And I really like this one because I can wear it underneath makeup, and that's a big bonus for me. That it doesn't disrupt my makeup. So I would 100% recommend this to anybody that is looking to wear an SPF, because I know more skincare do include it, but some of them are only about SPF 15. So if you're looking to bump up your SPF and you want something that's going to not disrupt your makeup, then I would definitely apply this one. I really like it. I found that my makeup stays put all day with or without it. So yeah, I would recommend this one if you are looking for an SPF. We should all be wearing SPF. I mean, I know that it's only really become in sort of my regime in the last year and a half, because I didn't realise. I just thought, oh well, it's, you know, it's in my skincare. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this. So on to my favourite eye cream. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue. I love her skincare. It's expensive, but it works. It's, you know, a nice little size. I think that she has the refillable ones now, so you can keep the pot and just it comes in a sachet and you can just pop it back in. This, I mean, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It says it revives, it rejuvenates, and it smooths to turn back the clock. It's just a wonderful sort of bouncy consistency, and I just love what it does for my eyes. They feel so hydrated. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really lovely, and I would 100% repurchase this. I am sort of going through other eye creams, but I think I'm going to come back to this one because I just love what it does for my under eyes. I can wake up in the morning and feel really confident enough to put on concealer so that it doesn't get really dry. It just keeps that area hydrated all day, all night. I love it. It's great under makeup as well. Okay, so my last skincare product is from The Ordinary. So this is their hyaluronic acid, 2% and plus B5. So this is, oh, if I can open it. This is a little dropper as well. I do prefer a dropper because I know some of them have a squirty tube. So I mean, hyaluronic acid is an ingredient I look for in my skincare because it holds 1,000 times its weight in water, so it's really nice and hydrating for you. But I didn't really think to buy it on its own. So, I mean, I only really started using it last year. And this guy here, I mean, he's only about £4 or £5. And, I mean, it lasted me about 5 months. I was using it day and night, just a little bit, pat it into my skin, and then follow in with sort of serums and creams and things. I did really like it. I think that it definitely made a difference using this in my skincare with all the other products that I use. So I will continue to use hyaluronic acid sort of in a solution like this by itself. I mean, I don't know if I'll necessarily buy this one again. I mean, it's so cheap. It's cheap as chips. So I mean, I probably will. But I have got a Revolution one that's the same percentage, 2% plus B5, so if it's there I'll grab it. I mean, I might try other ones. I know there's Inky List, is it in Boots now, so I might try their one as well. But yeah, hyaluronic acid is definitely staying in my skincare routine. I'm very glad that I sort of introduced it because I can definitely see a difference. So if you are looking for quite a cheap hyaluronic acid to use as another step within your skincare routine, I do think that it makes a difference, and I would recommend this one. Okay, so that was skincare. Let's go on to makeup. Yeah. So for anybody who is interested in what I use on my brows, I use the Pink Honey Original Super Hold, basically like a brow soap. So it comes in this little pot, and there's a hole in the middle, so you can just sort of either spray your spoolie or spray directly into here, and then you can put your spoolie in the hole and just sort of swill it round, and then it picks up the product and you just brush it straight on your brows. And then I sort of either use my finger or I use the actual end of the spoolie and just sort of flatten it, and it stays put all day. I think it's brilliant. So yeah, this little guy is available on Beauty Bay now as well. So I have repurchased it already. I've got another one on the go, so I'll actually show you what it looks like inside. So this is my nice new shiny one. I got this just before Christmas, and you can see it's got the hole in the middle, which I think is a genius, because you can really swirl your brush around and get it coated within the product. Because I used to have the little brow soap box, and you'd have to sort of dig into it, but I really like this. I like this in like a round pot. So next within makeup, I've got another Charlotte Tilbury product. So this is the Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. I really like this cream highlighter. It's a nice, it's a nice colour. It gives you a really nice glow. The only problem I have with it is that it's quite messy. I mean, it has a twist on and off, but I still find that it's really messy, and you can have product sort of up the lid a bit. But the I just pop a bit on my hand and rub it in. I don't know if you can see, just there. It is really, really lovely. It's very pretty, and I do really like having a cream highlighter that you can layer. I mean, you can use it by yourself, or you can pop a bit of powder on top of it to intensify it a bit more. But I really like cream highlighter because it just makes you look really dewy. I mean, I use a dewy base and then add more highlighter on top because I'm so dry that I just like that glowy, like plumped look. I mean, I do really like the product. I don't know if I necessarily recommend it just because of how messy it is. Like, if I was still doing freelancing, I wouldn't have that in my kit, just because it's so messy. But I do really like the product itself, so I probably wouldn't repurchase because I do have other sort of liquid highlighters that I do prefer. So moving on to Benefit, I've got this little liner here. So this is the Roller Eye Bright Pencil. So I used this in my first tutorial for a really bright waterline. I really like this product. You don't have to sharpen it, it just twists up until it's run out. I don't know if I can quite... No, there's hardly anything in there. I don't think you'll see that at all. Just there. It's kind of like a pinky shade that sort of matches your waterline but gives it that, I don't know, brightness, I guess. I think this is great. When I was even wearing natural makeup, I popped this in the waterline with a bit of mascara and it just made my look complete. So I would really recommend this pencil if you're looking for a nice sort of brightening eye pencil, and I do think that it stays put on the waterline quite well as well. I mean, I always get a little bit that comes away just on the outer corner, but for the rest of my eye it stayed on brilliantly, so I needed to do a little touch up in the outer corners. And I did like using this on people on the counter as well when I worked for Benefit. So it would be a product that I would have recommended to customers, and I mean, I'd recommend it to you guys as well. I think it's brilliant. I have got another one on the go, and when that one runs out I will repurchase because I do really love it. Sticking with Benefit, I've got the boi-ing concealer. So this is the cakeless one. I know that they've got, or they did have, I think they've discontinued them now. They had the industrial strength, the hydrating one, and the airbrush. So this added to their line, and this was their first liquid one. It does come with a little doe foot applicator because it's the liquidy type concealer. I do really like it. I mean, in all of their concealers I'm a shade 1 because I am so pale. I do wish that they had more of a shade range. They did extend it a bit more with this one because I know that with their original concealers they only really had 1 to 6, but they introduced more shades with this, so it was a bit more inclusive to people as well, because that was one of the things that was so hard when I was working on the counter and trying to sell the products and apply it to people, that they didn't quite have enough shades for people's undertones and things like that. So it was quite embarrassing really when I was trying to do people's makeup. I did have to go off and pinch other concealers because I wanted the best for that customer. So yeah, I'm glad that they extended the shade range with these, and they did do a good job with it. I mean, they say it's cakeless concealer, but you do have to set it because it will crease if you don't set it. So I personally wouldn't use this concealer to do, I know people do this and they add so much, I wouldn't use this for that. You're good to go with a little bit here and a little bit there, because it is quite thick. I mean, I've used this as my eye base today because I really like the way eyeshadow blends on top of it. So that's one of the main reasons I use this. So I would repurchase it for that. I wouldn't quite use it for under my eyes because I do think it is quite heavy and it does settle into your fine lines and things like that. So I wouldn't use it underneath my eyes, only sparingly, I guess. It's not my favourite concealer for the under eyes, but I do think it works great for like a base for your eyeshadow. And it's quite good for spots as well because it is quite full coverage and thick. So yeah, I'd use it for that, but I wouldn't use it for my under eyes. Keeping in with Benefit, I do have another product which I think is now discontinued by them. So this was the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I used to use this all the time on the counter. I would use it on so many of people that used to come in to get their makeup done with me. I loved it. loved the formula of it. It just blended so nicely, and it was just the one shade available, but it looked really nice on everybody. So I would use this before using the original Hoola powder, and I just think it added to the look so much more. So I sold quite a few of these. I mean, when we did have them on counter, they didn't always send them in because they were phasing them out. So I think this is discontinued now, which I'm gutted for, because I would repurchase this. I think that it's such a nice product. It's so easy in a stick form to just sort of put around your face. It blended really nicely, and it was a nice base for the Hoola. So I don't actually use original Hoola, I use Hoola Lite. It's only really when I've got tan on that I would use the original Hoola. But this one was a lot softer, so I could get away with using this as my cream bronzer and then going in with sort of Hoola Lite on top, or another bronzer, whatever I was using. So I am sorry if this is actually discontinued. And I am gutted if it is, because I do really like it. I mean, at the moment I'm using my Chanel Soleil de Tan and other things, but I mean, I do love a cream bronzer. Okay, so we only have a few different things left. So finished with my skincare, finished with makeup. So I'm just moving on to sort of little bits and bobs now. So I've got a fragrance here. So this came in one of my Estee Lauder gift bags, and this is Beautiful Belle. It's a little perfume. I don't know if there's anything left in there. Can I smell it? It's very nice. I mean, it's a very, how can I say it? I mean, I do usually go for quite sweet scents. Like, I really like their Bronze Goddess because it smells a bit like coconut and like holiday, things like that. I do really like the Snow Fairy from Lush spray. But I do have a few little Estee Lauder fragrances. Like, I'm currently using Modern Muse Nuit, which is like the green one, which is quite a nice woody scent. And this one's a bit more fresh. It's a bit more like expensive, like I feel like a lady when I wear it. And my mum really likes this one. I did buy it for her in one of their Christmas sets as well, that came with the full size spray, and I think it came with like a body lotion or something as well. So I do really like this. I mean, I used it entirely. I mean, I do really like this. I used it entirely, but I don't know if I'd buy it again. I don't know, I like the Nuit more. Yeah, I mean, it's good that it came in the little gift set so I could try it out. But I think I prefer Nuit, and I currently have a mini Lancome one. I think it's the, I don't know what's called, Vieve Belle, one of them, or Joy, possibly Joy, one of them, and I really like that one. I think I like it more than this one. Sorry, Estee Lauder. Okay, so I've got one conditioner and I've got a shower gel as well. So we'll go in with the conditioner first. So this is the Lee Stafford Choco Locks conditioner. I actually saw this in TK Maxx when I was in Cardiff with Jake last year. And I mean, it was chocolate scented. So I picked it up, smelt it, and oh, it just smells like chocolate, like melted chocolate. It's just gorgeous. I can't see this in my local Boots, and I've tried to Google it online and I cannot find it. I can only see I think it's the Coco Loco, the coconut range that he's got. So I think this is discontinued, which is why it ended up in TK Maxx. So I'm absolutely gutted because it just smells divine. So if I can find one, I will repurchase it. Because I really liked what it did for my hair. It made my hair feel really soft and quite shiny, and it smelled so nice. Like, when I would be cuddling up to Jake, he would just sort of naturally sniff my hair, and he would comment on how nice that it smelled. So I'm gutted if this is discontinued, but I really liked it. So then my last empty is actually a shower gel from Lush. So I'm a bit of a snob with shower gels. I don't really like the cheap ones just because I feel like they irritate my skin. I'm very sensitive, and I don't know, I can come out with a rash, especially on my legs, if I use like one of the Radox ones, or I can't think of what what the other ones are called that you just generally find in Boots and things. So I tend to use Lush Cosmetic shower gels and the Body Shop. I find that those ones work well for me. Sorry, that was my chair, that wasn't me. I do find that the Lush ones, I don't know, I just think it comes down to the ingredients really. But I just love the smell of them, the way they sort of lather up on the skin, and yeah, the smell of them is just really, really nice. So this one is Prince Charming. They should have it on site now because this one does come around for Valentine's Day. What does this one smell like? I'm sure, oh yeah, marshmallow root and vanilla. So it's got grapefruit oil in it, grapefruit oil in it as well. So it just smells so fruity and vanilla-y and sweet, which is why I like it. So I'm gutted that you can only buy it once a year, just like the Snow Fairy, you can only buy that at Christmas. But I do tend to buy this when it comes out in February, around Valentine's Day, and it's called Prince Charming, which is so sweet because I'm a Disney princess myself, so I just have to have a Prince Charming shower gel. I love it. It's sort of this bright pink colour, and it's kind of like a shower cream, I'd say, more of a different consistency than Snow Fairy if you have had Snow Fairy shower gel. It's a little bit thicker, and I love it. I love smelling in the bathroom after I've used it, either in the bath or shower. So yeah, I buy this every single year that it comes out, and I will be buying it again this year because I love it. So yeah, that was my empties video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, I personally really like to watch these videos. I am a little bit nosy. I like to know what everybody uses. So yeah, I will just see you guys on the next video, I guess. It will be another tutorial. Possibly smoky. I have had a request for smoky, unless there are any other requests in the comments that I think, nah, I want to do that one first. But there is a tutorial on my channel of this look here. Blue was requested after my first video, so that's what everybody got. They got blue. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed, who writes lovely comments and just generally sort of says to me how well they think I'm doing on here. I just feel like I waffle on, I edit so much out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. So, bye guys!